Okay, we're live. How you like that? So here I'm sitting here with my daughter Nava, and we went to visit a Holocaust survivor, courtesy of the L'chaim to Life program, where they work with Holocaust survivors, and they have people come to visit them. The Holocaust survivors, they get volunteers from people that are in these academies that are just out of high school. And they also work with other young people as well to connect the young people to the older people, the older generation, so they can hear the story and we will never forget. There's not many, there won't be many Holocaust survivors when, or anyone when Nava grows up, and hopefully never again will there ever be. Um, so we thought that it'd be a nice thing to do because this is was Nava's bat mitzvah, and instead of throwing this big giant party, we decided we would go visit a Holocaust survivor and share with her, and she would share with us. And she came and we went to her. We took the whole family and we went over to her to hear her story, and she really wanted to tell her story to us so it could be passed on. So Navi, you want to talk a little bit about your experience? Mm-hmm. What did you think about it?
I liked it.
You want to move a little closer, and let me get the microphone a little closer here. There we go. This is not a Hollywood production. So we're just real people, trying to share our experience with you. So you liked it. What did you like about it?
It was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about the experience? What was interesting to you?
The story.
Oh, okay. Tell me the story. Tell everybody out there the story that you heard and how you understood it.
I don't really remember it.
You don't remember it?
Kind of.
Are you just being shy? Hmm? I think she's just being shy. So what you remember? She told you the story about how she grew up and that everything when they were growing up was nice, and then all of a sudden the Germans came, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? You want to continue?
No.
Huh?
No.
You don't want to continue? Well, you got to, people out there want to hear it. So I have to get it out of her because she's being shy because she's on camera. She's 12 years old, so she just we'll get it. So tell the story like you told it when you had your friends over for the bat mitzvah. Say it. Go on and say it, sweetheart.
In Hebrew.
Well, you feel more comfortable saying it in Hebrew?
No, just
no, in English. In English. Come on now, say the story. It's people would like to hear the story from you.
She said that when she was small, so they needed to run away from
the Germans.
Yeah. And once when they ran away, all their family ran away, and their dad found a dog, and then he let him loose, and then the dog went with them, and then the dad went faster than the family, and then he ended up in a good place, but then the family it didn't know which side he went, and one side was the good side that you could run away, and one side was the bad side that that you just go back to the Germans. So then they didn't know which side to go from, and then the dad was in the middle of running, and then he saw that the family is not behind him, so he told the dog to go and find them, and then the family wanted to go the other way where the Germans were, and then they saw the dog going that way, so they knew that was the good place to go to, and then they survived.
That's nice. When you're kicking on the table trying to get you to stop do that, it makes it shake.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So then how about the story of the brother?
Mm,
Remember the brother?
mm, mm,
Oh, that
mm,
the
mm.
don't you remember the brother when how he got caught?
Oh, and there was one part that they were rescued, and then they went to a place um of her mother's friend, and then her brother, I think, was 11 years old. He went to the fields to do the grass, to feed the cows or the horses, and then everybody was in the house, and then suddenly they heard Germans outside, and then they looked out of the window and they saw and then she saw her brother next to the Germans, and then the mom said uh, that they need to. The dad said that they need to go, and the mom didn't want to go because she didn't want to leave her kid behind. So, at the end, they went, and then they stayed. In the end, they went, and then they ran away, and then they stayed in a different place that was safer, and then one day, after that day, they heard a kid saying what's the matter saying?
They're calling
They heard
father,
they heard
mother.
they heard a kid saying calling to them and saying father, mother, and then they heard it, and then it's like, can it be? And then they saw him far away from there, and then the mom came running to him and said, um how did it how did you get out of it? And then he told us um that when they were in the middle of
Just a second. We're getting a phone call. We will have to turn it off for a second. Okay, go ahead. Mhm.
um and and then they told them he told them that when they were pointing the gun at him, he quickly ran into the bushes, and then the Germans said, "We don't need such a small kid." So then they went, and then he searched for them.
He found his family,
Yeah,
and then she came to Israel. She didn't have a nice time at her bat mitzvah, right?
yeah,
She's busy being running from the Germans and trying to save her life, and then she came to Israel right around your age, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So how did you feel about listening to that story? What did it make you feel?
Sad.
Make you feel sad? Yeah, and but you saw that she was fine, right?
Yeah.
And but what do you have? What would you like to say to everybody out there about this mitzvah?
Yes.
Yeah, why?
Um, because it's good hearing stories that were for olden days, and then it makes you feel sad, and it makes you feel like you did a mitzvah to go to someone and make them be happy.
Okay. Well, folks, Daniel, who's Daniel Braun, is you may know him or not, if you see this video here, but you can go to, I think it's l'chaimtolife.org. I believe it is, or it's, let me just look it up real quick. So I don't make a mistake here. I'll just look it up for you folks so we get the right email address. He doesn't really do the bat mitzvah thing, but we spoke about it, and there's no reason why a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah couldn't contact Daniel, and I'm sure he'd be happy to set you know to set him up to set you up for to do the same thing. We felt it was very important. It was also our entire family went to visit as well to hear the story. So it's real. It's a very the L'chaim to Life organization is a very worthwhile cause. So hang on one second. I'm gonna try to make sure I have the right address for you. L'chaim to life.org, I think. Let me see and make sure that it is. Hang on a second.
It's down there.
Oh no, he has it now under it's L'chaim. It's LECHAIM, the number 2 LIFE, and that's .org.il, and you can go to see that. Also, I believe. Let me see if that's still working. I think it is. There's another website. No, it's not working anymore. Okay. So yeah, so you have it, folks, and you can contact Daniel if you'd like to be able to also do something nice like that. Okay, so that's it. That's the story. Want to say thank you to Daniel? Say thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, she doesn't see Daniel. Daniel comes. He's a friend of ours too. He comes over to us and visits us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Away. She has her silly dad. Okay. Have a great day and a great whatever whenever you see this, and that's it. Bye.